Click the comment and watch the video, or security guards. Luckily, we have studies for that. And it turns out that a whole bunch of the school shootings that have happened had just that. They had armed security or resource officers, whatever the hell you want to call them. Even Columbine, the first one in '99, yeah, they had an armed security guard. Didn't stop it. Mm-mm. You know what else Columbine was? It was the first time ever that parents weren't held responsible for their children's crimes. You see, the two kids that did that crime, they planned it in the house. They planned it in the parents' house, in the rec room. It must have been so nice to have a rec room. They had detailed drawings, maps of the school. They had weapons and ammo just strewn out all over the fucking place. All the parents had to do was walk in there and see it. Wasn't even locked up, if I remember correctly. But the parents said that they respected their children's privacy, so therefore they should not be held responsible for their children's crimes. And it's not like the courts didn't try. They did try and failed. You see, we have thrown more guns at this situation. We have thrown more people armed with guns at this situation to protect our children. And a lot of them either didn't stop it because the kids who were doing the school shooting knew the way around because they've been raised in this shit, or they went out and hid, or an entire police precinct stood outside the door for 45 minutes and listened as the shooter unloaded, reloaded, and unloaded. Blast-proof doors, bulletproof glass, direct lines to local police department and hospitals and all of that stuff. That is wonderful and should be done, but that costs money, and that is something that's not going to happen when you defund the DOE the way Tangerine Taco has done. Okay? You know something that's free? That parents have to actually take an ounce of personal responsibility and secure their weapons, monitor their children. That's fucking free. Every one of the firearms that were used in school shooting were obtained legally. I will say that again. Every single one of the guns that were used in each and every one of these shootings were obtained legally. I remember when I was a young teen in a very small town, and my brother's best friend, his brother, lost his arm in an accident. You see, he went home with another friend of his who wanted to show off his new Christmas present, 12-gauge shotgun. The father of this kid was at the local hardware store, okay, getting a new lock because the lock on the gun cabinet had broken. However, he didn't get back in time, and the kid got a hold of his Christmas present and was showing off and ended up taking his friend's arm off. When the cops got there, when the dad finally got there, and you can imagine the scene when the dad got there. I mean, there's cops all around, there's ambulances, there's a screaming kid. Used to have two arms when he went into that house and came out with just one. Yeah, you can imagine their shock, but you can imagine his shock even worse when he was arrested and put in the back of that car for contributing to the delinquency of a minor and leaving minors in a house alone with an unlocked cabinet with firearms in it. It's only been very recently that we have actually punished the parents for not doing their job. Not only not getting their child the mental health that he desperately needed, but also making sure that he had access, easy access, to the family's weaponry. Personal responsibility doesn't cost a cent, doesn't cost anything. And when you bring a tool into a home that's designed is only to unalive something or someone else, don't you think you should childproof your home? Keep your children and other children safe by making sure your firearms are locked up? All we have done with the strategies that we have used thus far is raise the next generation of school shooters that now know how to get around it all. And still, parents aren't doing their job. And y'all still want to throw more guns at the situation as if that's going to solve anything. Take an ounce of personal responsibility. Wasn't that what the GOP was supposed to be about? The party of personal responsibility? Y'all don't take none. You blame everybody else but yourself, which is where the blame should lie.